I'd like to continue the solutions series, the videos I'm doing over the Christmas holidays that speak about solutions to the major problems we face. And today I'd like to talk about protecting our border and stopping illegal immigration. There are three key steps that Trump must take: the wall, an employer verify system, and cracking down on visa overstays. Start with the wall. We should remember that it was Bill and Hillary Clinton that built a 325-mile wall sealing off the California border from Mexico. It's still there. You can go to Google and look it up and see its picture with barbed wire on top, 20 feet high, the whole bit. Why this was not publicized more in the election, I don't know. But walls work, and the United States should continue that wall and build it. I think it's facile to think that the Mexicans actually will pay for it, and some of the suggestions to make them pay for it by confiscating the remittances that families send home to their poor relatives, I think is a lousy idea. But I do believe that going ahead and building that wall is absolutely necessary. Secondly, we have got to go back to an idea that Mitt Romney proposed, for which he was excoriated in the campaign, the idea of self-deportation. The Latino community hated that word, the radicals in it did, but ultimately it's the most humane and the best policy you can have. Yes, as people leave the prison, we have to seize them and deport them. That goes without saying, and must be done immediately. But for the huge backlog of illegal immigrants in the United States, 10 to 13 million of them, you're not going to round them up and deport them without creating a Gestapo state. What you need to do is to require all employers to verify the legal status or citizenship of people that are coming into their workforce who they are considering hiring, or who are on their workforce who's worked for them even for several years. Now, the point of this is that if you dry up the jobs, they'll leave. They're not here to vote. They're here to work. And if you dry up those jobs, the illegal immigrants go home. And to give that measure teeth, there has got to be the ultimate sanction, jail time, for employers that do not administer this test or do not abide by its results. If we have an absolutely foolproof system against illegal immigrants working legally in the United States, we can eliminate that problem. Now, it's crucial that within that context, there be special provisions for farm laborers, where it's a seasonal job and one that historically does not have large numbers of Anglos who are willing to do it, and fits with the migration schedules of the Latin American community. And we should have guest workers, like Canada does, who are invited in, paid for the harvest, paid the minimum wage, given decent housing and health care, and then when it's over, are escorted back to the border, so that we can solve our economic problems without letting in a whole new flood of illegal immigrants. The third part is the least often discussed, but maybe the most important, particularly when you're dealing with terrorism. Anybody who's entered the United States, a citizen, knows that there are the most extraordinary measures to make sure that we know who's coming in through the airports. Photographs, biometrics, iris scans, fingerprinting, all done with expeditiously and thoroughly by the customs people and the immigration people. But leaving, who knows? Nobody knows if you're leaving or not. Nobody ever asks. There isn't the same kind of system for telling us who is leaving the country. Now, it's not important to know who's leaving, it's important to know who's staying. And if you have a list of those who are let into the country by visas and then do not leave when the visas expire, we have to know who those people are, we have to know where they live, and we have to understand that they're here. And in cases where they come from countries that sponsor terrorism or that harbor terrorists, we should go and get them and throw them out of the United States so that they're not here illegally by overstaying their visas. We have no check and no balance on this, and it's crucial that we do. Now, I think Jeff Sessions is Attorney General, and I hope Kelly is the new Homeland Security person, will be able to implement this system. but there is no reason why illegal immigration should remain an issue and a problem in the United States. Thanks for watching.